women in the community and presenting peace and community as a Siaya County.
My name is Collins Onyango Haneku. I'm a member of Ukwala World Climate Change Committee. I represent persons with disability.
Thank you, Sven. I represent the expert in the community of Ukwala World. Advocate for backfilling of the holes that are created during the mining, and besides that, after backfilling, we also advocate that we identify proper tree species which can be planted, including the bamboo trees, at least to help sort out the menace that is there. We also are advocating for proper disposal of, as we know, during the mining they use mercury for cleaning, and the way they dispose, we want to believe that in a way it's not being done properly. So we are really trying to sensitize them to be so keen with the way they handle mercury, because sometimes you find that the content is able to infiltrate into the ground and find its ways into the water bodies, which in the end contaminate the water bodies. And even the people are also involved directly. We want to believe that the physical, they touch them physically is a component, and in a way it also poses a health hazard to them. Besides that, we have also realized that in mining areas there are a lot of activities that happen, including sexual exploitation. And through this, as people are concerned with the climate change, we are looking forward to engaging them through sensitization to ensure that nobody is taken advantage.
We also ensure that we include people with disability on issues of environmental conservation, because we realize that if we leave them out, then it means certain part of the society is not
sure women are protected against the gender-based violence, so that men cannot take advantage of
these mining areas. We have got children, or rather child labor in this area. So we're also looking forward to seeing how we can engage the people who are involved to avoid giving tasks to children. Children should be in school. You know, making children engage in income-generating activities at early age may increase the rate of school dropouts, and this can be a can bring a long-term effect to the community.
By the so-called, they call them sponsors. Yeah, you realize that the actual miners are not benefiting from the project.
They give the small grants money so that they can use them. After that, they drop from school. They get them pregnant. After that, they leave them alone.
There's need to really ensure that when these tunnels are done, they should be done properly to avoid them collapsing and costing us lives.
As stakeholders, we need to come together, find lasting solutions to available problems on mining.
As a community that has interest in the docket, and then also the local leadership, it is us who can champion the enforcement of these legislations to ensure that the areas remain safe, because in a way also, again, we can't do away with them, since it is an avenue that people also get their livelihood. But what we must do is to ensure that it's done according to the legislation to reduce risks involved.
Our work as stakeholders is to ensure that our community stays safe. The girls are protected, the boys are protected, and the young women, to stop the girls from dropping from school.
And lastly, still, I think as CREGD, we really want to appreciate that you identified the gap and you have come in. Indeed, the government has a lot of issues to deal with, and this is an area that has had a lot of gaps. So we are grateful if you can come in and bridge the gap in a way that you're able to reach out even the parties that are involved, so that once they're educated, we expect positive change. But if you don't educate them, you don't reach out to them, they might not have the necessary information that can help them carry out the activity well. So we appreciate, especially CREGD, we really appreciate you have come in, and the government has to be there. And we also need the community members, especially where the mining is being done. They should be brought on board. We need the local administration. Local administration here, I mean the chiefs, the assistant chiefs, the village elders, they should be fully brought on board. And lastly, the landowners. The landowners. I believe if all this is ensured, then we shall not have cases where maybe somebody is giving opportunity to something being done in a way that it's not proper.
It has shaped my understanding so much, because I was appointed to this committee, no capacity building has been done. So today, I feel I've gained a lot of information through our deliberations today in the meeting, individually and even collectively.
Actually, this is a blessing, a great blessing to us as a climate change committee of Ukwala. We have never had such activity since we came into office, and we believe it is very important. It has opened our eyes, and today I've really gotten to know some of the safe practices that should be put in place for proper mining to be done, and even how we should be able to rehabilitate those areas that were initially used as mines and have now left, so that they remain still productive and beneficial to the community members. So it has been a great day, very grateful as a community.
For facilitating us today here, and they have learned a lot. I'm going back there in the community to tell them what I have heard today and to make them learn more about women, child abuse. I'm happy. I'm totally happy because this is my first workshop with you people, and I'm happy. I've learned a lot. We want more facilitators to make sure that we go out there and preach the word of the women and small boys, small girls, because they're suffering. So if you can get people like you and facilitators, we can go back there with you and teach them in the community.
Training, more funding, funding for the committee, because we don't just rely on county government, which maybe has no sufficient funds for the project. So if we can have other stakeholders coming in at one level to fund more projects and maybe do more capacity building, we'll appreciate.
I will also say this, that as a committee, we are looking forward to taking full responsibility on issues that affect climate in the world. I would love a situation whereby the implementation or rather enforcement of these legislations that are in place is being done by everybody, the entire team of Ukwala World Climate Change, the provincial administration, and the relevant offices that belongs to that handles issues of environment. I believe if we move as a unit and we ensure that any activity that's done within the world is done in a way that it is in accordance with the environment protection, or rather it is environment friendly, we would have achieved the main objective.
I will call upon donors to CREGD to do more funding, so that CREGD will do more capacity building at community level for more empowerment, so that our goal may be realized successfully.
I also have a feeling that environment issues should not be only left to partners. You also have a government, and in this case I'm talking about county government, that normally sits every financial year to make a budget I'm looking forward for a situation whereby Siaya County government can set apart some money basically for the climate change actions within the world, so that even as we get more support from other donors, we also have something in place that if we don't get support from a donor, we can run to elevate the
From the facilitators to reach the grassroots women, because there is a woman there who is living there. Nimefanyiwa kitu lakini sitaki kusema, naogopa kusema. I want them to, you people to remove the fears from the women, the small women back there in the grassroots, and the boys and the girls.